Before we get into this video, we have a new project we want to tell you about. It's been years in the making, conceived while we were through hiking the Appalachian Trail.
If you're watching this video, you probably enjoy real-life adventure stories, reading them, following them, maybe even writing your own.
The project is called Outsideways. Outsideways is an adventure journaling platform for outdoor enthusiasts to share their adventures with family, friends, and the world. So whether you are into hiking or backpacking, canoeing,
Skiing, snowboarding,
cycling, pack rafting, whether you are out for the afternoon, the day, or the weekend,
or maybe you're out for a week or months-long adventure,
Outsideways is the place to share the stories
and share your pictures
of your adventures. Okay guys, a brief food synopsis. Last week I bought 3 packages of tortillas and we came home with 1 full one. So I've reduced it down to 2 packages of tortillas, okay? I don't remember who's got them, but I think it's Laurent and Celine, but I'm not sure. We have 3 tubs of butter things. So we have 1 almond butter. We have 1 and 2 chocolatey sort of ones.
Did you get chocolate?
One's a caramel and one's a mocha, I think. No, it's a new one. It's Jif. Let's see. No goldfish because everybody's getting tired of goldfish. But now you have extra cheesy crackers. There is. Everybody's got Raisinets except me. I got peanut ones instead for me because I was getting tired of the raisins. So if anybody wants a little horse trading, I might be willing to trade some of my peanut ones if you want. Only 1 rice, pre-cooked rice thing. There's 2 packages of candied nuts somewhere.
And did you get pecans?
Mommy ordered them. I
Yes.
think 1 pecan and 1 cashew, I think.
Pecans are my favorite. And we have candy.
Well, that's in your personal snack bags. I'm not trying to focus on that. I'm trying to focus on the things that might not be apparent in everybody else's bags that are shared. Brienne has a drink mix, which is iced tea.
Peach.
Everybody also has individual drink mixes. Our cooking system consists of 2 Snow Peak titanium pots that are about I think they're 2 quarts or almost 2 liters each, and 2 stoves. The stoves we have are both by Covea. Covea is one of our sponsors for this trip, and this is the Spider, which is a remote canister stove. Works well in cold weather and is also very stable for a canister stove, so that's the one I use most often. The other stove we have is a little one called the Super Light Titanium, and it's just a little canister stove that sits on top of the canister. So for cases where we just want to make tea or coffee, or we need a little second stove for something we're cooking, then we'll use this one. It's, you know, only weighs like, what, 60 grams?
It's not yet 6:30 and I'm up making my morning coffee. Use this smaller one to make my morning coffee. It's really easy and fast, and I like just the expediency of it. So this is my morning coffee process. Ooh, 2 lights. That was pretty good. Being 2. Okay, that's so small.
We're usually always carrying 2 fuel canisters at any given time. We go through about 1.5 canisters every 5 days or so. It sort of depends. A little bit more than 1 canister for every resupply. So we always have 2 canisters with us. One is usually full and the other one's usually on its way out. So that's what we use for fuel and for stoves. I'm going to use this canister as the one that's going empty, so I'm going to try to use it up first. The nice thing about this Covea stove that I really like is that it's got a swivel here, so it allows you to use the canister either right side up or inverted for cold weather, which was helpful in some of the earlier days of our hike where it actually got pretty chilly.
So Damien, you are getting ready to cook us supper, and
Yes.
why don't you tell us your process about how you go about getting ready to cook us supper?
Well, I basically get everybody's food bags together and I go through them and pick things that I want to put in the supper and lay them aside and then start cooking. I try to keep meals in specific food bags, but still, we still have to spread things over the food bags to distribute the weight, and so there's a certain amount of shuffling I have to do every night anyways to figure out what ended up where. We do a lot of cooking with dried vegetables and stuff like that to augment our food, and so these are purchased in these bulk packages, and so we don't have designated meals specifically made up of them, so I add them as I go, and so I have to find all the different vegetables and find out who's got what and pull them out before I make my supper, or the supper.
You're basically going through everybody's food bags and pulling out the things you're going to use to cook supper.
Exactly.
What are you making us for supper tonight?
Rice with a bunch of veggies and some old Wisconsin turkey sausage.
Old Wisconsin.
Apparently, and you know, with a veggie saucy thing.
A veggie saucy thing. Okay, we're going to come back to see what a veggie saucy thing looks
exactly.
like.
So the water's come to boil. Do you know approximately how long it took to boil?
No, not exactly.
I don't know.
I usually always like have so much to do that I get up and leave, and when I come back it's done. So boil time doesn't really yeah, and it's a lot of water, so maybe 10 minutes. I'm not sure.
So then you're pouring some of that water on the vegetable mix that has the chopped meat on top and the broth and the olives.
Yeah, about a half a liter, about a third of the water I've boiled. Then I'll cover it to let it rehydrate, and then I'll just cook the rice.
What kind of rice is that?
Instant brown rice, which isn't exactly instant. It still takes like about 10 minutes to cook, but we like to have fiber, so, and try to be a little healthy, as healthy as we can be on the trail, so we like the brown rice.
And so we almost always have a dessert with our suppers. A bar of chocolate. What kind is this?
This is white coconut.
Did you choose this one?
Well, Daddy did, because I didn't choose it because I didn't think he'd think it was a good chocolate. Because he doesn't think white chocolate, I thought.
Right, usually we have dark or some, we're happy if we have milk, but white chocolate is a treat. Okay, so now you're mixing the reconstituted vegetables with the sausage and the olives.
And I added olive oil.
Oh, right, and you added olive oil.
So we're just gonna eat this with the rice.
Just like a vegetable
That's
meat sauce with
supper.
rice.
Yep. Okay, supper's ready. So, bud,
Yeah?
what'd you have for supper tonight?
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Chocolate? Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
How often do you get to have chocolate for supper?
Well, first time yet?
Ever in your whole life?
Yeah, I think so.
And was it all it was cracked up to be?
No,
No?
not really. But it was pretty good.
It's just there's another little problem, isn't there?
Yeah.
What's that?
Usually you drink water.
Yeah, the problem is that we have like no water. And it's really funny because, wouldn't you know it, today is Friday the 13th and we are, against our will, forced to have a dry camp. And when I mean dry camp, I mean we have no water and we are in camp that has no water. And
It's not even raining.
and we've like got all our pots out and everything that can hold water, and we're praying that it might rain, but it may not happen. And anyways, so yeah, we'll be heading out early tomorrow, 3 miles to the next water spot, and hopefully that one will actually have water. Otherwise, we'll be in real trouble. But anyways,
We arrived at the gap where we were going to camp around 6 o'clock. We were tired from our big climb in the afternoon, and we were almost completely out of water because we anticipated getting water at the gap. We had 1/3 of a liter for 5 people. And Brienne and I, Tenacious Bling and I, initially went looking for water. Well, everybody else started setting up camp. We came back after 20 minutes of fruitless searching, reported that we could not find the water. So Toe Salad went out to look for the water. He spent an hour looking for water on either side. The guide had said it would be west. He went east and west, and again it was a fruitless search. By the time he came back from looking for water, it was after 7 o'clock. It was probably almost 7:30. We had set up our tents, and we were anticipating thunderstorms. We've had 3 nights of thunderstorms before, and we were anticipating another thunderstorm by the looks of the sky and the sound of the wind. And in order to get to the next water source, we would have had to summit a mountain in a potential thunderstorm, as well as take down camp, pack up everybody after 7:30, try to get us all motivated to go over the mountain down to the next water source 3 miles away. Damien and I made the call to stay put, have a dry camp, which we have never experienced before, to ration the 1/3 liter of water to just drips in our mouth as needed. We canceled supper, so to speak, stuck it in a Ziploc bag to eat for breakfast the next day, and basically went to bed. We ate things from our food bags that were not salty and that would give us a little bit of energy after a full day's effort, which was like little chocolate pieces. And we went to bed essentially hungry and thirsty. Remarkably, the kids did really well. We woke up at 5:30 this morning, packed up camp, and we're out of there by 6:30 and got to the water source by nearly 8, had a nice breakfast, drank a lot, and we survived. And we tease the kids because we've always told them, and they've complained in the past about maybe being hungry or thirsty. We say, have we ever let you go hungry? Well, now we have.